Ah, I'm really liking doing that. Well, just finished my journal. But good morning. This is when it's recorded, so good morning. And then when this comes out, good afternoon. I think I'm AJ. What's up? Uh, kind of like the, not even kinda. I am the older brother in this. I am the younger brother in this. I am just the brother, the guy who's going through life and experiencing things for my own, rather than to appeal and make others feel good. Um, I didn't start noticing a lot of these things until recently, until I had a conversation with one of my buddies, Jared, and I talked about it in another video. Um, but before we dive in, if you haven't already, make sure you're checking out Instagram at I'm AJ White. It is in the description as well. Um, but on there, like you can see my routine. You can see what things that I'm doing day to day to day, where I'm posting, what things I'm talking about, the messages that I'm putting in there, just to highlight some things that are going on in my life, and they may be going through the same thing of yours. You're just going through them somewhere else in the world. So I want to highlight the message and show to you that you're not alone, but show to you the path that you're on is not a wrong path. You're just kind of going with no direction. You're going with no set end goal. So allow me to teach you how we can move and maneuver to get you back onto the path that gets you closer towards the direction rather than your detour. Once again, that's I'm AJ White on Instagram. But thank you for even watching this far. But things I'm here is, how do you develop a habit for yourself that allows your mind to be unbreakable? One of those things, and it's not even really a habit, it's more of a skill that you need to learn to embody, is how to control and hold in, not like hold it and store it, but control your emotions. I am, I would still say I am. Um, but when I was younger, I was a more emotional person, I would say. It's definitely sensitive, but I would say I was sensitive and more expressive about it. You know, if I was upset, if I was sad, I was saying it. I was crying. I was doing this all in public just to show it. And, I always heard, it's even to this day, I always hear, it's right. Man, it's okay to cry and all this stuff. And it's like, yes, it is good to let out emotions. It is good to let these things go, but you have to be careful of where you let them go at. You know, vulnerability is good. It's good to open up, but it doesn't mean you have to put all of your emotions on a display shelf and show them off like trophies. Why? Let's say for my athletes or people that played sports, let's say you're a boxer, and when you box, you need to be as calm, as composed, and as loose as possible. So imagine you're a fighter, you're in your stance, and it's probably round one or maybe like round three at the time, and you're tired. Imagine now you get hit that solid shot, a solid shot in your nose. If you're a fighter, but if you're one of those people that's just sitting in bed, or some person that's real relaxing, you dropped your phone or something like on your nose, you know the feeling like of something hitting your nose at that right spot, piss you off, right? As soon as you lose that composure and it hits you in the nose, you're gung ho. Let's go, swinging, punching, just all out of control, out of whack. So somebody can easily hit you with a slip, counter, roll, right under the chin, because you're all over the place, because you're not composing, because you're displaying it, because you're showing it out, because you have it on this trophy shelf and people can see it. Now people can pick you apart. Now people can see and pull you back into the wrong direction. Even with football, you're a quarterback, or if you're an outside linebacker, like I was, you were pissed off, you could kind of get away with it with aggression. Hitting a long arm to a defense, to like an offensive lineman to hit a tackle, like on the offensive tackle. Oh, it feels so good. And you're aggressive, push and pull, um, shed the blocks, spin moves, like any type of aggression, you can let it out on this individual. But let you get upset or sad or beat yourself up because something else was going on. As soon as you start getting sad and anxious, you start being slower. Your mind starts processing slower. You start moving slower. So then, as soon as he grabs you and hits you with that bear hug, you ain't going nowhere. And now you're gonna be doing squirming and all that. Now you're pissed off. Now you can't do anything at all. It's the same aspect in life. As soon as you start displaying this anger, as soon as you start displaying this anxiousness, this sadness around other people who may be more aware of it, who may be of toxic behavior, who may be just wanting to get a reaction out of you, as soon as they see that, they can easily flip the switch on who you are. They can easily label you as this angry, sensitive man. And when you learn to control it and you learn your value of how much proper and true input that you can actually bring to the table, as soon as you get around people that are like, and you can control yourself, and people are like, oh, we don't like a sassy man, just because you held firm on your belief, just because you were strong on what you believe in, just because you said no or removed yourself from situations that you no longer wanted to be in. Now imagine they're like, oh, you're so sassy. And now you hit them with the, I'm not sassy. It's just all those things that can continue to pile over and over and over. And I'm speaking on it from experience. Like this is something like some of the things I've went through. It was an individual, um, very nice young lady, very, very nice young lady. And I used to work with her and thought she was attractive, and I was messaging her and never got like responses. And but like anytime that they were going out or something was going on, it'd be like, where you at? What are you doing? And it's like, why are you hitting me up? You know? But then over time, like at the beginning of this process, I was wanting, validation from these people. I wanted to be like, oh, these girls want me, these girls want me, and be able to flex about that. And a lot of guys have been through that. Um, but you need to learn to flip the switch of you no longer need to do that. You no longer need to seek that validation. And it got to the point where they weren't answering or anything. But when you see these people like active on social media all the time, it's like, that's cool. You keep talking to me and telling me this, that, whoop de whoop the third, and then you never respond. And so it's like, all right, cool. I'm gonna just remove you. Like, I'm not gonna keep sitting here wasting my time. But this is to like a more developed time frame. So when I got to this point, I gave I gave it like a week chance. Like I was talking this that and like you didn't respond for like this long. I'm not gonna waste my time. Like I have things that I have to do. I see my schedule on a day to day today. The things that I'm doing. I'm not gonna waste my days seeing if you responded, bro. I'm just gonna remove you. And then if you go posting on social media, men are so sassy. The people that unadd them. I was like, cool. Like let me show you. Let me show you like how sassy we can be without having to tell you nothing. Because as soon as you brought into your mind This word of sass, now you believe it. And there's nothing I can do to change that. So let me show you how sassy I can be. I blocked her. Like, it's just like when I have things going on, like me blocking or removing you, it doesn't phase me. And it's not to be sassy. There's things I gotta do. You are not a primary focus. I tried to open up some time for you, and you neglected that time. As simple as it is. But imagine being the person that's constantly bickering and constantly sending messages 5, 6, 7 times out a day. You know, what you doing, what you doing, this, that, and the third. This is the only area I'm not speaking from experience, but from how I responded, I can see the vice versa, what it would look like. Texting this person 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times out of the day, and now they hit you with the "you're so annoying," you know, or "he wants me so bad." Uh, he wouldn't know what to do without me. You know, that's the type of feeling and thoughts that would go through somebody's head if you're constantly on their phone and they're not responding to you. You notice they're not responding to you. Imagine blowing up somebody's phone for that. When there are things that you need to be taking priority of, there's a life of your own that you need to be taking care of. There is your health. There is your financial health. There is your spiritual health. There is your emotional health. You have to take care of this person first. You have to take care of this individual first. They should not be primary to you. If you do not develop who you are first, that relationship's going to be kind of rough because you stand for nothing. You stand for no values. You stand for no morals. They can just walk all over you, do whatever they want. And you're going to be like, oh, okay, you know, sounds right. It's love. It's not like that, bro. So truthfully, stand your ground, stand firm, but don't go showing off your emotions. This goes and stays in line with business too. Imagine you're trying to go into a negotiation. Imagine you're trying to sell something. Imagine if you're a coach, a mentor, aka me. Imagine if I was to go to you or you were to come to me and we were talking and you wanted to get into a mentorship program and you wanted to come speak with me. And imagine I start talking and then you start seeing me crying and then I just start getting frustrated and then I just start getting pissed off. Like you see my weight, my emotions just fluctuate all over. You're gonna be like, this dude is crazy. Like something is up with him. And it's the same thing for any type of salesperson. Imagine you go to a car show or a car dealership and this person is like real pushy, real aggressive, you know, real angry in a sense. You will always be able to tell it. You will always be able to feel that, and you're not going to want to surround yourself with that. So, if anyone is displaying something to you, displaying those emotions, you need to be so aware that you can see it, that you can watch it, that you can observe it, and pick up on those cues. But where I come in, and something that is a God given gift to me, is I can feel that right before we start talking, right before we get to interacting. I can feel that. It's something in me as I'm able to bring joy out of people regardless of the situation. It's not to like give myself a pat on the back, props, this, and third. It's just you can ask anyone that's been around me. It just happens. And it's not like I'm forcefully trying to do it, but I'm able to pick up, you know, what's going on. But I also know that everyone has a different perspective. And some people like to sit in it. They like to sit in this anger, they like to sit in this anxiousness. It's only until a breaking point until they want to get out of it. As soon as that breaking point hits, is when they will want to seek for help, is when they will want to come to you. So I'm sure, I guess from talking with this, like even out loud, like even think about this. For example, I was in Miami just doing a workout, calisthenics workout, and some guy came up talking to me, talking about how he was in jail, the experiences that he went through from jail, from where he was coming from, what his growing up was like, how he got to this point, how he's being successful now. And like I remember thinking back originally, and I'm like, what's this dude talking about? Like, I didn't ask him like where he came from. Like, I didn't ask what he was doing. But he felt so comfortable enough to open up to me. He felt so comfortable enough to display this to me, to show me that, and not to just say it to me, show me, but I guarantee a lot of you have this same feeling as well. You have the same process as well. People tell you like so comfortable to be around you. It's so easy to be around you. It's lighthearted. It's warm. It's a good feeling to be around you. This feeling, this thing that you have, is almost like a superpower to you, bro. Guys or girls, brothers and sisters. It's like I don't know who's watching this in particular, but that feeling and those things that people are telling you, they're telling you that for a reason. They're telling you that for a reason. You just have to see, what is that reason? Why are people telling me this stuff? What is it that you have internally that you can show out to people, that you can actually help people with? Because we have the power to bring joy to other people, because we have the power to actually reshape somebody's day. That's how I started my work. Doesn't matter what profession you're in, you're always going to make somebody feel comfortable. That's why it's so important to learn how to speak, to learn how to properly communicate. Because once you learn how to properly communicate, you can help at a higher level now. You can help at a different peak now. So imagine now you can control your emotions. You can show and pick and choose what you want to display to get some other emotional reaction, to get some other message out of somebody, to provoke somebody, to instill. You can instill fear if that's something that you want to do. If that's what needs to happen for somebody to open their eyes, to understand the power they have in their life, that's the tactic you can use. If you just want to bring joy and gratitude and show to that, you know how to display it on your face, you know how to display it in your body language, but you also know how to display it in the pitch, in the tone, in the speed of your voice. It's a powerful, powerful combination. And now imagine that person who's always just saying these things to get a reaction out of you, and you're not even phased. And imagine you hit them with a question with like, well, what was your goal for that? What are you trying to accomplish? Like there is a different level to the game. So this is why I teach the things that I do. This is why I talk about the things that I do. And now imagine you building this well put unit. You're got a well physique. You're built. You look good. You look solid. You're not like no neck. Can't walk. Can't scratch your back. Wipe your butt. Like a solid figure. And you stand tall. You speak well, and you will dominate every single room. You look good. You smell good. You act good. You are good. Be so true to you. Understand you. That's something I wish I would have told myself. Not to say it's a regret. It's good to see it though now. You're about to have a bunch of people in your life tell you, do you not understand this is how things are supposed to go? Do you not understand you're supposed to work your way up the ladder? Man, have you seen Spider Man? I'm going 6, 7 steps up because I know the capabilities and the levels of this person at this ladder. I'm worth more than that. And I'm not going to hold myself down to a point of somebody who's working their butt off every single day just for this small amount of pay, and you're not even in control of it. I don't care who you are, but if you're in my family, don't ever tell me what things you do not or do understand, because you don't run my mind and they don't run yours. So if you have anyone around you tell me you don't know this, you don't know this, you don't know this, you don't have to respond. You can even be at a position where you don't know the information. You can start asking questions like, how do you know I don't know? And they'd be like, no, you don't know. Okay. You will never be able to shift their mind. You just need to listen. Everybody's reality is so different. You need to live yours. This bump's all y'all. Love y'all. Love y'all. Love y'all. If you haven't already, once again, check out Instagram. Right. Got a road trip today. Go to see my grandparents. Surprise. Haven't seen them in a long time. They don't know I'm coming, so I'm gonna go see them. Hope y'all had an amazing Thanksgiving. Hope y'all are full and you're still rubbing your stomach. Loving each and every one of y'all. I'll see y'all later. Deuces.